Here's my Han Solo brother. You're looking good today, man. Yes, sir. He told me he was going to be wearing this.
Thank you for coming to our city. You've made it more beautiful.
I tell you what would make it more beautiful. You let me wear that Han Solo jacket. You guys, I'm so glad to be here. I'm sorry I'm a couple minutes late. I was doing a little interview downstairs, but I've been so excited. Can I tell you about a couple of things really quick?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, first thing I need to tell you, I wanted to show some, and I wasn't able to because we got a late start, but I just released a brand new live concert DVD. I know some of you are thinking, why would I want to see you in concert? You're a voice actor. Well, I've been writing and producing music twice as long as I've been voice acting.
You should sing for us.
I should. What should I sing, darling?
Brothers!
Ooh, I've heard a lot of good songs out there. Bon Jovi, right? You know what? I'm going to sing something for you. But first of all, let me tell you about this DVD. I do live concerts. In fact, you guys probably know I was supposed to do one last night. And I just got done shooting our second episode of Star Trek Continues. And I got these allergies where we were shooting, and it just kind of killed me, and I wasn't able to do the concert last night. But this live concert DVD is a production, a really, really nice production of a big concert that I did in Houston, Texas. And it looks great, it sounds great, but that's not what the coolest part is. The coolest part is, how many of you know that years ago, while we were in the middle of recording Full Metal Alchemist, like the first series, how many of you know that I am such a nerd that I made a live-action fan film of Full Metal Alchemist? How many of you knew that?
I've seen it.
Oh, see, look around, guys. That was like 15% of you. So let me tell you about this. Oh my gosh, let me tell you. Here's what I did. I was so excited about Full Metal. I'd probably done 70 or 80 shows by this time, but none of them had really grabbed me the way Full Metal did, okay? So I started thinking, what would be a plausible story idea where I could, play Edward Elric? I mean, I'm this old guy, right? I'm not a teenage kid, and I'm way too tall. But I started thinking about it, and I made up this little story. And then I started thinking, you know what? No voice actors that I've seen have ever cosplayed as their characters. And I'm just dumb enough to do it. Right? I've been cosplaying since I was a little kid. I mean, Star Trek and Star Wars and Battlestar Galactica and on and on. So I asked some of the other voice actors if they'd like to be a part of this. We made something in Houston, Texas on one weekend called Full Metal Fantasy. And I only showed it at conventions. It wasn't online. I didn't put it on YouTube. It wasn't for sale. It was just at conventions. It was the only time I ever showed it. And then for a while, I wasn't allowed to show it because Funimation, who distributes Full Metal, called me and they said, hey, you know what? This Full Metal Fantasy thing is getting kind of popular, and we don't have any permission to make live-action Full Metal Alchemist. And I'm like, well, yeah, but I'm not, it's just for fun. It's just because I love the show so much. And they're like, yeah, but it's kind of like Mark Hamill making a Star Wars, like you're Ed, you can't just do that. And they didn't want their big concern was making the Japanese company that owned Full Metal upset. And so I'm like, I understand. So we stopped showing it for a few years, actually. And then finally, like a year and a half or two ago, they basically said, it's fine to show it again. So I started showing it at conventions, but it's never been available. And I used to show it in the context of my concerts. I would do a live concert, and I would show Full Metal Fantasy, and then right after Full Metal, I would sing the Brothers theme. And so then when I made this concert video, I thought I should put Full Metal Fantasy on the concert DVD. So it's on there, like Prego spaghetti sauce, it's in there. Right? So Full Metal Fantasy, for the first time ever, is available on the live concert DVD, which I'll have at my table this afternoon. I only get one more chance to sign for you guys, so if I haven't gotten to meet you yet, please come down and say hello, and if I've already met you, come back. And there's something else there's another bonus feature on the concert DVD that I have to tell you about. How many of you remember, are old enough, I bet my Han Solo brother here is, old enough to remember that way before there was an American Idol, there was a Star Search. You remember Star Search with Ed McMahon? That was the big talent competition in the States. Guess who was a male vocalist challenger on Star Search in 1993? My little 5 cosplayers. She said, I wasn't even born in 1993.
3 years later. 1 year.
You were 1, that's true. But I was a male vocalist challenger back in 1993. I had a mullet. And I wore a purple double-breasted suit.
No!
What was I thinking? And I sang a song that I wrote, but I mean, I was so embarrassed by the show that I buried the video. I was like, no one will ever see this video. Except the 4 million that saw it when it aired, but nobody else. So for years, nobody had seen it. And as I was putting together the concert DVD, somebody said to me, you should put your Star Search video on your appearance on Star Search on the DVD. I'm like, ha, right. Not a chance. So it's on there. So good music, songs from Full Metal, Dragon Ball Z, High School, Be an Angel. Great songs on the DVD, and I brought them here because I would love for you to have them, and I'd love to sign them for you. I'll have them at the table. So
I want
there's
one.
that, and then music CDs as well. I want to spend as much time as I can talking with you guys, and you know what? I'm going to set myself a timer because I want to be able to sing a song for you. Let's see, not a stopwatch, no, an alarm. Let's set an alarm for 12:40. Not 12:40 a.m. That'll wake me up tonight. Whoa, whoa, what am I supposed to do right now? Okay, got it. All right, I do want to take questions and chat with you. An Andorian! Awesome! Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, Star Trek nerd. Original Star Trek. If you guys have not seen Star Trek Continues, keep your seats. Because right after this Q&A session...
They won't let us.
They won't kick us out. Get them to let us.
I can't believe it. They have to stay. I don't think it's going to work, but I'll try it. Let them stay. Anyway, we're showing our premiere episode of Star Trek Continues right after this panel. And I want as many of you to stay in here as possible because you'll enjoy it. And there's nothing I love more than getting to watch it with friends and people that enjoy it. So, okay, I'll tell you what let's do. Let's, you see there's a microphone here. If you have a question, pop up in front of the microphone and let's chat about anything you want to chat about. Okay?
Film.
Oh, look who just happens to be standing right by the microphone. I did, more than I can tell you. What's your question, sir?
I was wondering if you preferred voice acting, on-stage acting, or singing, because I'm a fan of your Christmas album, to be honest.
I love you for even mentioning that. Thank you. You know what? I only made a Christmas album because all the fans would write me and go, why don't you make a Christmas album? Like, okay, so I did. But you know what? I've been asked that question before, and you know what my answer is? I could never do one to the exclusion of the others. I love them all so much, you know what I mean? There is something very special about acting on stage. I miss it, to be honest with you. I miss it a lot because it requires a lot of... How many of you guys have ever done any theater? Right? You know it takes weeks of rehearsals and then weeks of performance schedules. I just don't have that kind of schedule time because I do a lot of events and travel a lot. So I really miss theater a lot. I would love to do more. I did for a long time. I did a lot of musicals. Oh my gosh. And so I'd love to do more. And as far as singing is concerned, I'm never going to stop singing. I mean, I'm going to be 98 years old. Someday lovers are you. Hello, Journey. I'm going to do, you know what? As long as God gives me breath, I'm going to do the things that I'm doing now because I love them so much. And I want you guys to know something, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. It goes way beyond money. Money is like so not on the radar. If I could wish anything for you guys, I wish and I hope that you find something in your life that you have a passion for, that you have a natural love for, and figure out a way to make money at it. It doesn't have to be $1 million, I promise you. If you could find something that you love to do, and just pay your bills, you'll be the happiest person in the world. I watched my dad get up every day and go to a job he hated. And it didn't matter how much money he made, because he hated his life. You see the problem? If you have all the money in the world in the bank and you hate your life, the money is really, suddenly it's not all that big a deal. So I would wish for you that same gift that I have been given, and I believe it's possible. And it may not even be creative. Don't you guys, don't ever think that, oh, you know, well, I could never, I'm not going to be a dancer or a singer, or I can't act or whatever. You know what? There are people out there that love to figure out how to make water go from there to there. You know what I love? Me personally, I love vacuuming a floor, putting all those cool lines on the floor. You know what I mean? It looks like shark teeth, right? It just gives me just a little joy. It doesn't have to be, you know what I'm saying? You see my point? It doesn't have to be something wildly creative or something that's going to make you a celebrity or popular. There are a lot of things that you can do that you just enjoy doing. And I would hope that for all of you, because I adore you. So, hi Winry. Hi. Hey, guess what? I'm going to marry you someday. Have babies, and they're going to look just like Colonel Mustang. Wait a minute, wait! What is that? Oh, how beautiful. Thank you, sweetheart. Okay, next question.
As your role as Dark in Be an Angel, what was your favorite part of that role and that whole experience?
Purple hair. Is that the most shallow answer you've ever heard? Every time Dark would come on screen, I'd be like, God, he's beautiful. Oh my gosh, I want purple hair. So bad. I wanted it so bad. One time, if you want to hear a funny story, I was at a convention with Aaron Dismuke, who played Alphonse in the first Full Metal. He was like 14, and he and I were doing convention appearance together. And one night we were hanging out, and he said, "Hey, let's color our hair tomorrow, funny color." I'm like, "Sweet, let's do it." And I wanted blue, and he goes, "I'm going to do blue," and I'm like, "Damn. Okay, I'm doing purple." Because Dark Mousy. So he goes and he buys. Aaron goes to the store and buys this colored spray paint for the hair thing. He comes back the next morning, and before our panel, we go into the bathroom, and I sprayed his hair blue, and it looked amazing. It looked like you, my darling. It was so awesome. Right here in the front row. I picked on her yesterday, didn't I? Because I loved her hair. But it was this beautiful, rich cobalt blue, and I was like, that's what I wanted my hair to look like. So then Aaron's like, okay, now I'm gonna do you. So I give him the purple spray pen. He pulls it out of the bag. I'm not even looking. He pulls it out of the bag. And I'm sitting there, and Aaron's walking around and goes, and I'm like, how's it look? And he's like, it looks awesome. Sweet. And I'm, let me look. Not done yet. He finally finishes, and I get up and I walk, and he's back behind me going, that's not a good sign. And I walk up to the mirror, and I'm like, it's pink! My hair pink. He's like, they said purple on the can. So, yeah. Purple hair, dark mousy. Thank you, sweetheart. Yeah. Hi.
You might be one of these people. Can I get you a face painting for me?
Okay. What would you like me to say?
Hold on. Does anyone here ever watch the Full Metal Alchemist Bridge series?
Oh, I'm not one of those people.
Can I get you to say the diggity bam or whatever it is?
What?
How do you pronounce it?
What is it?
What? Diggity bam.
Diggity bam? As Ed? Diggity bam. Oh wait, wrong guy. Diggity bam! I love your blue shirt. I love blue, that's my favorite. Yes, my dear.
Okay, so first of all, I'm a huge fan, and I think I've been a fan of you for as long as I can remember, because now I go back to animes, I'm like, whoa, he voiced them.
There's that guy again! Oh my god!
I'm shaking, and I feel like I'm going to start crying to your my face,
I
breathing
love
face.
you. No, you're not gonna cry.
Okay.
I'm gonna cry. What's your name?
Okay, my
What's your name?
Chelsea.
Hi, Chelsea. What's your name? No, your middle name. Evelyn?
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I'm taking that too
Hi,
far.
Chelsea. What's your question, sweetie?
Do you...
Your dad's not here, is he? Meaning that he would probably, come on, Chelsea, we're leaving. This guy's a pervert. Just talking friendly to her dad. Come on. Yes, Chelsea.
Okay, do you find it hard to go from like super optimistic, bubbly characters to like a character to like Zero from Vampire Knight, who has an incredibly dark history?
The answer is no. You know what? That's called acting, and I love it. No, I love the challenge of playing different characters. One of the coolest things about voice acting is you get to play characters that you would never get cast as on camera or on stage. Like if they were going to do a Full Metal Alchemist musical, guess who's not playing it? If they do a Dragon Ball Z movie, guess who's not playing Broly? You know what I mean? I'm not physically fit for those characters, but because it's voice acting, I get to play these characters that are, that I would never get cast as otherwise. And I love getting to play the whole different variation of emotions and personalities of the different characters. That's my favorite part. Thank you for asking. Oh, Chelsea. Chelsea, Evelyn, come here. Yes, sir. What is your question?
I'm sorry,
What?
I'm very nervous.
I'm gonna come down there and kiss your face too. Is your dad here?
was, what did you find the most difficult when voicing a female alchemist?
The most difficult, wow. There really, I'll be honest with you, there really wasn't anything difficult about voicing Ed. I love that show. I love that character so much. You could say maybe that it was difficult, the emotional moments, emotional scenes, but those are what I cherish the most.
April's getting emotional.
Those, the very first time that I started shedding tears about what was happening on screen as I was recording it, I thought, wow, there's something really special about this character and this show. And those, even though someone might consider those challenging, those were my favorite moments. I looked forward to those moments. Whenever Al was alone whenever Ed was alone with Al, and he let out some of his fears, and he voiced some of his insecurities, and things. I loved that side of him, because publicly, right, he's always trying to be this little smart ass and knows it all and kind of rebellious to authority and cocky. But when he's alone with his brother, he doesn't have to put on that attitude. I love those moments. So I would say challenging. Difficult, no, but the emotional moments were my favorites. They demanded the most attention. Whenever I would find myself tearing up watching a scene for the first time in the booth, the director would see that I was emotionally moved, and he would say, "Do you want to take a minute?" And I would say, "Are you kidding me? No. Let's record now, right? Let's grab it while it's spontaneous and visceral and real to me, as it would be to Ed, right? At that moment that he was discovering something new or something had just happened." So I love those moments. Thank you.
Can I give you a hug?
Get over here. You had cheap money.
So fresh.
Oh, look. Oh, it's a life-size Ed. Yes, please.
I'm sorry, I'm crying right now.
Oh, sweetie.
You're one of my heroes.
I am so unworthy of that. I love you. Thank you for that. What's your name?
Kaya.
Kaya? Like K-Y?
K-A-Y-A.
K-A-Y. That's beautiful. It's like kayak. What's your middle name? Does it start with a K?
No.
Darn. Kaya, you are adorable. What's your question?
So I have two questions. One of them,
Okay.
I heard a rumor that you were going to be playing Aaron Jagger in the Attack on Titan.
Oh. Did you hear that? She said.
I heard a rumor that you were going to be playing Aaron Jagger in the Attack on Titan.
You know what, my darling Kaya? I am very sorry to say that's just a rumor. But I will tell you, nobody on planet Earth, or Mars, or Venus, wants to be in Attack on Titan more than I do. You guys, I put on a jacket whenever I see him at conventions. I would love to be a part of that show. I'm going to do my best. That's all I can say. I'm going to throw my hat in the ring. I'm going to audition my little heart out and do the best I can. If you guys would like to see me as part of that show, I would encourage you to go to Funimation's website or on the forum, their forums or something, and write something. They listen to the fans. They watch what's being posted. Write something about, hey, we'd love to see Vic as part of Attack on Titan. And if the rest of you would hate to see me in Attack on Titan, don't go to the forum. Don't post anything. Just, thank you, Kaya. Come here, Kaya.
I haven't gotten a hug yet.
That was very beautiful.
Which part? Her little kicking leg like this?
That was my touch.
You look great, man.
Oh, thanks. I'm a creaky bondage man right now. I don't have my gas mask right now, but
No worries. What's your question, my friend?
I got two questions, so that's fine. One of them is like, I'm one of those guys I want to ask you to say something.
That never happens.
This is kind of an inside joke, so it's kind of weird, but can you scream Ron Polanski like you're really angry in the Ed voice? I told my friend that I could not ask you this if I can.
Why does every vocal request always involve screaming? That's why I don't have voices for concerts. Okay. What's your friend's name?
Alex DeBow.
And it's Ron Polanski?
Yeah.
Alex, this is for you, man. I hope you appreciate this. Ron Polanski!
Thank you so much. Also, will you be my dad?
Will I beat your dad or will I beat your dad?
Well, you can beat him first.
I'll have to take him out first. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hi.
Hi. Hi. I just want to say I've been waiting since like April to come meet you. I love you. You're like the. I think you're awesome.
I love you, sweetheart. Thank you. I'm so glad you're here.
This is something that my friends want me to ask you to do, but my birthday's in a week, in exactly 1 week from today, and I want to know if, in the voice of either Ed or Ikaku, if you could do say happy birthday to me.
I can do better than that. Hey, get your minds out of the gutter. What's your name, sweetheart?
Lillian.
Lillian, come here, baby. Come up here. Turn around, sweetie. Look at all these people. Have you, Lillian, right? Lillian, have you ever been sung happy birthday to by about 400 people? Well, it's about to happen. Everybody, we're going to sing happy birthday to Lillian. Now, don't get to the part where you say happy birthday, dear. Lillian, don't forget her name, okay? What?
She goes by Taylor.
Oh, you like Taylor better?
Doesn't matter.
Which one do you like best? Because we want to please you. Taylor, you got it. Forget the Lillian thing. Don't you dare go happy birthday, dear Lillian. Oh, sorry. Taylor, you ready? Here we go. Ready? Happy birthday to you. Taylor.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Taylor. Happy birthday to you.
Okay, by the way, I'm not going to yell anymore. So if anybody in line says, hey, will you give me a Baccarat?
Hi, I have a question and a request, and my question is, Todd got a fairy tale tattoo. Have you ever considered getting an FMA tattoo?
Todd is weird. I'm not. Yeah, actually I am. But, you know what? I was thinking about getting a tattoo a couple of months ago, and the tattoo I wanted to get was a Star Trek tattoo. I was like, wouldn't it be cool to like actually tattoo the emblem on my chest? And like, no, that's the stupidest idea I've ever had. Well, maybe I could tattoo it on my wrist. No. Maybe on my no. So I did get one, but I thought about it. Not a Full Metal tattoo, but I have seen some of the most amazing Full Metal tattoos. You guys, a guy came to a convention a couple of weeks ago even, and he's standing in front of me talking. He goes, "Want to see something cool?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." He rips his shirt off and goes, and he has this freaking color mural of Ed like doing alchemy. I mean, full color. Half his back is huge. It was unbelievable. I've seen guys with the scar tattoo, the alchemy thing on the scar's arm, and I've seen some of the most amazing tattoos. But I'm a little scared. A little scared.
And my request was, could you do like impressions of other voice actors aside from Aaron?
Like Todd?
Mustang!
I love dogs.
You want a Todd?
How about
You call Lee.
Lust, my lust. Can I hit you a preacher?
Oh. No, I can't do Kurogane. See, it was,
Behold my beautiful autistic alchemy.
See, that's why I don't ever get cast to do those roles. Chris Sabat is the man. Thank you, sweetie. Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
First, I want to say you're like my favorite voice actor ever.
Oh, thank you, baby.
I have two questions.
Yes.
One, could you do Ed Brandt?
He yells when he rants, doesn't he? I'm going to beg off on that one,
Okay.
even though I love you.
And could you say your favorite lines from Oron that Tomlin says?
Is your dad here? Oh, come on. Turn around. What's your name?
Stephanie.
Hi, Steph. Turn around. Okay, Stephanie, you and I are going to reenact a scene. I want you to say... You ready? Here comes our scene.
I don't know if I should drink this coffee. My father makes mad at me.
What if I let you drink it? Right now? Are you Honey Senpai?
No.
Are you Tamaki?
Yes.
Better. What is your question, oh Boost Club King?
I just want to let you know, I've been a big fan of you for a while now. I love when you voice act and everything, and every time you come on in Oran Host Cup, I'm sitting there on the couch screaming. My parents are wondering why.
I love Oran so much, you guys. Oh my gosh. I love Tamaki like I shouldn't. I mean, it's crazy how much I love that show.
And I was wondering if you could do one of your Tamaki lines for me.
Well, there's the one I just did. But, let's see. What's another good one? Let's see, what's a good one? Do you have any favorites? What are some that you like?
I'm not really sure. I like everything.
You're a hero to all people. Haven't you? Anyone know? Long live the poor. What's something else he said? He said, what was he said? Something about, it's difficult being beautiful on the inside. How did he happen? Some people say I'm dripping with good looks. Thank you, sweetie. Get over here. Yes, my dear.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, sorry for my voice. I've been losing it since yesterday.
That's what happens at a convention. Trust me. That's why I have a pocket of halls with me. If you lose your voice at the end of the convention, that means you did something right. That means it was a good convention. Yes?
Can you do one of your Grease lines?
Grease? Wow, Grease only says like one thing. All he says is, I like cats. That's it. Wow. All the actors in the room are like, really? That's it. You know, and then of course he talks about the Olympic Games and Old Manning. Running around naked. Yeah, that's about all Grease says. I'd love for there to be more Grease, more talking Grease. That would be nice.
Maybe a season 6 skit.
Let's hope. I've heard that there's some Italia coming where Grease has more to do. And let's hope that's so.
He has a few more lines.
What?
He has a few more lines in season 5.
Thank you. Thank you.
Can I get a hug?
Of course. Yeah.
I'm the only one who didn't get a hug.
Yes. Hi.
First, I just want to say that you're a really big inspiration to me.
Thank you, sweetheart. I never take that for granted. I want you to know.
And,
Okay.
one, could you say your favorite line that Spirit says?
You know, where's the Maka-chan, right? Maka, 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 Maka. Your dad loves you. Somebody dressed as Soul came up yesterday, and he told me he had a Maka and didn't know where she was. I said that was good because I usually yell whenever I see Maka. I yell Maka. Thank you, sweetie. What's your name?
Desiree.
Are you a Vocaloid?
Yes.
You look awesome.
And, I was wondering if I've always wanted to do this. Can we do the talking scene?
You know the one we just did?
Yeah.
Sure. Why not? Come here. What's your name?
Desiree.
Desiree, you know your lines? Okay, I'm going to give you your beeps. That's your lead-in. You ready? You start speaking on the 4th beep. Here we go. Boop, boop, boop.
I'm afraid if I drink this, my father will yell at me.
But what if I let you drink it from my mouth? Yay! Thank you, Desiree. Yes, my dear.
Okay, I want to say you look really good, by the way.
Old guy, right?
And I have a question for you.
Yeah, I know.
Wait.
Oh, hey, look, it's a joke.
Okay. Is the DVD loaded up? We'll do that. Is that a thumbs up back there? Yeah. Okay. You have a present? You have to give me a present. You guys, can I say something publicly? Don't give me presents. You don't have to do that. I've literally had people come up to me and go, I'm sorry that I didn't really have anything to bring you. I'm like, what?
We do it because we love you.
No, and I love you, but that's the point. It has nothing to do with you giving me any presents. You know what the present is? The present is you. Coming to some love. So don't feel like you need to give me anything, okay? Having said that, give me the present. What is your present? Oh my gosh, that's awesome. My hair doesn't look that cool, does it? That's fantastic. Are you, what is your name? Is it on here? Is your name on here? Your name is Aaron? I thought that was a reference to Aaron from Titan. Aaron, thank you, Aaron. Okay, you guys, you know what the worst part of Q&A sessions are?
They have to end.
Is that they don't give me 2 hours. Because I love doing these with you guys, and we always run out of time. But I would like to do something for you, if that's okay. So if you guys would put up the menu on screen, the DVD menu. Didn't work. Okay, let's go to Nothing I Won't Give. And turn that music up loud. You guys, somebody made an amazing music video to Full Metal Alchemist. Can we turn the stage lights down a little bit?
I physically am unable to actually.
And to a song that I wrote about the brothers and their relationship. And I loved the video so much that I decided to kind of put it together. And this is a tribute to Alan and Ed. So hope you like it. Crank that music up, because the music sounds better than me.
I might have seen that. I love this song. It might make me cry.
Haunted by the past, a nightmare that seems so real.
more than they cost me. My brother. I promise you there is nothing I won't give. To see this through, return the soul to where